Hello friends and strangers, welcome to my channel. My name is Laura Lily, and first off, sorry for the noise. I don't have another day to film because I'm at work all week, so people be mowing their lawns, cars be driving by. I can't help that, and I'm sorry in advance. I'll try and get rid of it in editing if I can, but who cares? Anyway, this is a good role model video. As I mentioned in my bad role model video, hi Tanner, I would be doing a counterpart, and I thought I was going to be making my first one of these on Jenna Marbles because I love her. I think she's a great role model, especially for aspiring YouTubers. However, I was looking through some stuff, my notes and stuff, and I thought, you know what? There's someone I want to talk about more. There's someone I think is a great role model who's a bit controversial, and you'll have already seen the title, so you know I'm talking about the queen herself, Miss Barbie. I know Barbie has got a lot of criticism over the years for actually being a horrible role model to kids, but I don't think that's true. You see, the main criticism is her proportions, right? She's 6 foot tall, or supposed to be, yeah? That's some tall girl representation there. I don't see a lot of people in films, in books, in movies who are representing the tall girls out there, and I myself am not a tall girl. I am over average height for the UK, but I'm not in any way, shape or form tall. I'm 5'6", if anyone's wondering. So I'm above average, but I'm not tall. But I always thought it was really cool when I saw tall girls because I was like, they look like Barbie and that's amazing. And I think tall girls look incredible. And this is not me just going on a rant about tall girls, so I'm gonna stop there. Barbie did have some problems with proportions. However, in the most recent years, that has changed because I've got notes on the window behind me because I'm, prepared. She has got new curvy Barbies to represent more of the public. She's got a curvy, a petite, an extra tall, which yes, and what was the other one? Athletic. So yeah, she's got 4 different new types of Barbie to represent 4 different new types of women. And I know that there is still not a plus size Barbie. Yes, there's a curvy Barbie, but curvy doesn't equal plus size. But I can guarantee that Mattel are working on it as we speak. Like, I don't see any situation where Mattel are looking at the world around them and thinking, no, we don't need a plus size Barbie, because yes, you do. And I'm sure they're working on it. But in the meantime, curvy Barbie is a massive step forward in the right direction for body positivity. On top of that, Barbie's always had a really diverse group of friends. If you Google like Barbie and friends, the first picture that comes up is a group of 6, and it's like Barbie, her ginger friend, another white girl, and then there's a girl who looks Asian, or like I should say Eastern Asian. There's also another girl who looks Indian, which is great, or Western Asian, as I should say. Also great, amazing. There's a black girl in there. I think the diversity Barbie has put out is no longer a problem. Like, you cannot say there's not a Barbie to represent you, because I'm pretty sure there's a Barbie for nearly every country, every color, every race, everything. Like, she's done that. So let's move on from all the proportions and diversity nonsense, and let's talk about why I think she's a great role model in herself. Now we're talking the original Barbie, the original Mattel idea. And I'm gonna start with her YouTube channel. Yes, that's right, Barbie has a YouTube channel. And honestly, I stan. Like, I love it. I think it's so funny. I think it's so cleverly done. I think it's such a good place for young girls to go and look at. I just think it's great. Like, I so wish when I was a little girl that there had been a Barbie YouTube channel for me to watch, because I so would have loved it. And I don't know, I just think it's incredible. I think the messages she spreads out are so positive. But yeah, her YouTube channel is really great. It's really interesting. She talks about a lot of points, a lot of more controversial topics, I suppose, that a lot of real life people wouldn't want to talk about, but because she's a cartoon, she portrays it in a way that kids can sort of relate to more. And I don't know, I just think it's really positive and really fun, and it's just really sweet. It's really sweet that little kids now have something like that they can look at. I think that's really nice. So let's talk about what happens when you go on Barbie's website. If you go on Mattel and you click on Barbie. The first thing you see is the Dream Gap Project, which I had to look up because honestly, I hadn't heard of it. It's for young girls, and the idea is that girls around the age of 6 stop dreaming big, which is why Barbie has so many careers and so many different talents. And if you scroll down a little more from that, there's the You Can Be campaign, which is talking about how you can be an artist, a pilot, a skateboarder, a doctor, an athlete, or a princess. Obviously, you can't be a princess in real life unless you're trying to marry the youngest prince. What's his name? You know, Prince William's son. Don't marry him, he's a little boy. But then, people playing with Barbies are little girls, so you go for it, girl. You dream big of marrying whatever his name is. But the point of that is they're showing girls that they can have a career in anything they want. And speaking of careers, that is my next point. So that's a nice segue for me there. So I genuinely had to write all these down because there's so many. But Barbie has had a multitude of different careers. I'm going to read some out to you. In fact, no, I'm going to read them all out to you, but not individually, just like the groupings they're in. So for example, she has been a teacher in 12 different subjects, including a teacher of sign language, which is so important because sign language is something we should learn. I'm in the process of learning British Sign Language right now, just in case I ever need it. Like, I think it's a really good thing to be able to communicate with deaf people who maybe can't read lips or, you know, don't want to speak out loud, so they'd rather communicate via their hands. I think it's really great. I think we should all be learning sign language, and I think it's amazing that Barbie has a career as a sign language teacher because hopefully that will inspire younger girls to want to learn sign language. She has 7 different careers in medicine, including being a doctor, as I mentioned. She has 7 different military careers, which is amazing because we need more women representation in the military as it is. So for Barbie to have 7 different types of career in the military is so important and so blessed, especially with the state of the world right now. Like, we're going to need more people in the military if, you know, the wars keep happening as they do. So yeah, that's really great that she's promoting that. Politics, she has 4 different careers in politics, including president and UNICEF ambassador. Now that is amazing because young girl icon Millie Bobby Brown is the current UNICEF ambassador, and for her to be following in the footsteps of Barbie for young girls is such an incredibly positive message. Like, I cannot stress enough how amazing it is that they've got an actual child star like Millie Bobby Brown to represent saving children. I think that's amazing, and for Barbie to be there too, she's reaching out to children. You know, children want to play with Barbie, and if they see she's a UNICEF ambassador, they're gonna hound on to their parents about that and hopefully get some donations. So yeah, I think that's really cool. And like, Millie Bobby Brown is doing a thing with The Sims right now, a joint like collaboration for UNICEF, and that was amazing. Like, I personally didn't know too much about UNICEF until I started playing The Sims, and it was like, call Millie Bobby Brown to talk to you about the Positivity Challenge. And, you know, young girls are playing with Barbies, young girls are looking up to Millie Bobby Brown, young girls are playing The Sims, and not just girls, everyone of every gender is playing these things, they're doing these things, they're looking up to her, and I think that's incredible. I think that's such a good thing for Barbie to have an actual career as a charity ambassador. Like, it just blows my mind how amazing that is. So next is science. She has 6 different careers in science, including engineer, which is so important because girls need to be engineers. I'm talking about girls a lot, of course. Every gender needs to be able to follow their dream, no matter what you are, what you identify as. You need to be able to follow your dream and get a career in something and not give up just because you think like, oh, you know, I'm not smart enough or I can't do that. Like, yes, you can. Barbie's here to prove it. So yeah, she's an engineer, and she's also an astronaut, which is sick because who the hell doesn't want to be an astronaut when they're a little kid, right? Everyone. She has 5 different transport careers, including pilot, as I mentioned earlier, which is so important because once again, we need more female pilots. Again, guys, I'm not trying to discriminate against any gender, but the lack of females in particular, or people that identify as female, in these careers that I'm mentioning, is particularly a problem. Like, there's a lot of argument whether CEO boards should be forced to have a woman on their, board of directors, and I don't think you should be forced to, but I think it should be that there's enough qualified women, there's enough experienced, skilled, amazing, talented women that you have one anyway, just because she's so right for the job, Like, sorry if that doesn't make any sense. This is something I'm really passionate about, so I'm just here rambling. Anyway, there's 19 jobs she has in the arts, which is incredible because the arts are what makes our economy, She's 2 different types of Olympic athlete, which is amazing because athleticism is really cool. It's a really good thing to aim for. I think keeping fit is amazing. That's why I'm on my big health kick right now, trying to lose lots of weight. She has 7 different business jobs, including executive, which is, again, really important for what reasons I just mentioned. And other, there was not a category for this on her website. There's 16 other jobs she has, including a Major League Baseball player, which is incredible because that's such a male-dominated sport. For a woman to be a Major League player, especially a woman as amazing as Barbie that everyone looks up to, is so blessed. And she also has a job as a McDonald's worker, which I thought was really important too, because there's nothing worse than people saying, oh, you need to aim really, really, really high, and then circumstances don't work out and someone works in as a cashier or, not necessarily skilled work, and people will judge them for it and they'll say like, oh, you've not tried, you've not done your best. But actually, we wouldn't survive without these people, it just wouldn't happen. Like, imagine like all these big CEOs going to get their McDonald's, but there's no McDonald's workers. Like, so we need people like that. And I think Barbie showing that it's okay to be someone that works as a cashier is really incredible, because it is incredible. And we need less stigma, in fact, around the idea that working that job is a bad thing or you've failed. Sorry, I'm going back to my other videos now. Go watch my You're Not a Failure video if you want to learn more. But yeah, so that's what I think about her careers. Well, that's the video. Sorry I got a bit preachy there. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry at all. I think it was worthwhile. And now you get to see what my counterpart to the Bad Role Models series looks like. So I hope you enjoy it. Next week is going to be a travel vlog, which I'm really nervous / excited for, because I'm not going to have a chance to film because I have to absolutely pack up all my stuff, and I have so much stuff, and I only have 2 more days off before I leave the country for good. So yeah, I'm not going to have time to film anything next week, but because my flights are on a Friday and I get home on a Saturday, I can film from the airport, I can film from the window of the plane, I can film some stuff at home with my pets. You guys will finally get to meet my pets, which is so exciting. And yeah, so next week will be a vlog. Sorry if that's not the sort of thing you subscribed for. After that, normal content will resume because I'll be in a more stable position. And once I'm home, React Wednesdays will start up properly. You might have seen my video last week about Dr. Phil. That was supposed to be a React Wednesday, as I mentioned, but I was too ill to start it up, and also I don't have time this week to film another one, and I won't have time next week to film one. So once I'm home and I'm settled, you can expect some React Wednesdays to be coming. And yeah, so like, love, subscribe, press the notification bell, follow me on everything you need to do for a YouTuber. All my socials are down below, and I will see you next time. Okay, guys, bye.